What's good, YouTube? It's your boy OG Kendrick Rossi, and I'm about to react to a scary ass creepypasta, bro. So all throughout this video, I'm gonna be turning around, looking, make sure ain't nobody behind me, bro. See, like I'm saying, shit move now. Like I'm watching this creepypasta on the like a nigga saw some terrifying shit at Chuck E. Cheese, and bro, like, look. So I remember I was at Chuck E. Cheese, right? This was like 2 years ago. Like I swear, I was woofing at one of the animatronics. No, when I was woofing at three of them, it was Chucky, the little purple nigga, and the bird. And like I was woofing at him, right? Like if you know what woofing mean, I can mean like talking shit to him. It's like I said some to him, and on my dead on Wanda, that bitch looked at my dead in my soul, bro. And like I think I got videos of it. I'm gonna post them up later, but bro, you look at me dead in my soul on everything I love. Like you think I'm playing? I'm being so serious. Like as soon as I said something, it just like, bro, it just man. Yeah, let's get on with it. Oh shit, it's good already. I'm already hearing shit, bro.
I've been working at the local Chuck E. Cheese's for a little over a year now. To sum up a Chuck E. Cheese, it's pretty much a building filled with various games and activities for children to enjoy. Arcade
Hold up.
machines.
Y'all ever played that game Five Nights at Freddy's, bro? I know what it is, bro. I swear, that game got me so scared of going to Chuck E. Cheese. And bro, like right before I went to Chuck E. Cheese, that last time I went with like the animatronics looked at me and I said something to it. Like all I played was Five Nights at Freddy's, and like I didn't want to go because that game had me scared shitless of fucking Chuck E. Cheese, bro. I don't recommend playing. Like it's 3 games in a series. Don't play none of them damn games. Like you're gonna be terrified. Back to the video.
Ball pits, even colorful tunnels that children can play and crawl around in. It's basically a nightmare for people like me. I'm not too fond of children, to be perfectly honest. They're kinda cute from a distance, but once the screaming starts, I usually want to bash my own skull in.
You go to
Why would you work at a Chuck E. Cheese's if you hate children, you ask? Well, a few reasons, actually. One, it was one of the few places in town that was currently hiring at the time. Two, the pay was actually decent. And
I got a homeboy who work at Chuck E. Cheese.
Night shift.
Fuck, I'm not working on night shift.
Janitor.
Bro, hold up. That's why I'm not working no damn night shift, especially at them damn creepy ass places like that. I'm hearing shit already, bro. What the fuck? Alright, bro, back to that video.
I would show up around the end of the day and instantly be greeted by the numerous shrieks of children. I would go to my spot in the back room and wait for the building to close before starting my work. Unless something immediately required my attention, like a kid vomiting up 100 pepperonis in the ball pit. That's pretty much the low end of the job. Throughout the night, my tasks include sweeping, vacuuming, mopping, clearing off tables, stocking napkin containers, and the like. If the children that day weren't terrible little imps, I could get my work done in about 2 hours. One time, a kid actually climbed onto a Chuck E. Cheese robot and tried to feed him pizza. An entire pizza. That took me a lot longer to clean. Why parents never watch their kids is beyond me. The easy nights are the ones that make the job worth it, though. Because after I'm done, I could just kick back in the office and watch TV until my shift is over. Well, a few weeks ago, I had just finished my duties for the evening when I heard a strange noise. It sounded like a muffled thud coming from somewhere in the building. At first, I thought it was something in the back room that had fallen over. But when I checked the area, nothing was amiss. The noise only happened once, so I thought nothing of it. A few days passed by, and this night I was cleaning pizza sauce off the ceiling. That's
Hold up,
right.
I swear to. Alright, bro, I'm tripping.
Ceiling. When I heard that sound again, It sounded exactly the same as the previous night, but this time it was much louder. I searched all over the darkened building, checked the arcade games, the stage, the dining area, but I couldn't find anything. I was starting to grow concerned about the noise, because if something did fall or break and I didn't take care of it, my boss would be pissed. Still coming up empty-handed, I finished my shift and went home. The following night, I didn't do any of my tasks at first. I simply set up a chair in the dining area and waited. I'll admit, sitting by myself in a Chuck E. Cheese's at night is pretty unsettling.
You can't do
Now,
that
I'm
shit.
not sitting in the pitch blackness, mind you. That would just be silly. Depending on the area I'm cleaning, I set the lights to dim, then turn them off when I'm finished. I would love to keep the lights on all night, but I did that once and got yelled at for it. The boss
Fuck
said
that.
something about electricity cost, which seemed odd to me, but I didn't question any further. You might be asking, how would he know? Security cameras. And since they are dated, and since I'm not very good at editing security footage, I just dealt with it. Anyways, I'm sitting in the dining area, and after about an hour of hearing nothing, I decided it was time to actually start working. Walking to the utility closet is when I heard the sound. This time it rooted me in mid-step. I knew exactly where it was coming from. The noise sounded from below my feet.
What the fuck, bro?
This was strange because I never knew this building had a basement. My curiosity was piqued at that point, so I spent the remainder of the night looking for the entrance to the basement. After looking through all the doors, I began to think that the building might just have a simple crawl space and some critter had gotten stuck under there. Just as that thought crossed my mind, I passed by the skee ball and coin pusher game. In between the two games, I saw it. A slight discoloration of the carpet. A faint square outline in one of the floor panels. I was actually shocked that in all my time working there, I never once noticed it. I had vacuumed that area multiple times. As I made my way over to it, I once again thought about the fact that my boss never mentioned it to me. Me, the janitor. Someone who should know the area so I can clean it. Upon reaching the outline in the carpet, I retrieved my trusty pocket knife and gently lifted the hatch in the floor. When the hatch opened, I was immediately hit with a wave of stale air. Have you ever walked into a building that had very poor ventilation? Or like an attic? It was like that. It wasn't necessarily a bad smell, but enough to warrant a moment of acclamation. Inside the hatch was a small wooden ladder that descended into the darkness. I pulled out my small LED flashlight I keep on my keychain and looked inside. The ladder went down for a few feet, and the walls were made of coarse concrete. I was beginning to feel uneasy as I looked aimlessly into the dark of the hatch. Then I heard it once more. A soft thud, but this time it echoed off the concrete walls. I was positive at that point that I had located the source of the noise. I climbed down the rickety wooden ladder, and the farther down I got, the more the odor of the room began to change. The staleness of the air started to take on a more metallic characteristic. Upon reaching the bottom, I found myself in a narrow corridor that went on for only a few feet. Making my way towards the end of the hall, I saw that it opened into a large square room. Upon stepping into the room, the scent once again changed and started to take on a foul, sour odor. What I saw in the room gave me chills. The walls had various symbols painted on them in a deep crimson. In the middle of the floor, there was what seemed to be a ritualistic circle of some sort, painted on the floor. Just then, movement caught my eye. I shined my flashlight towards the back corner of the room. And that's when I saw it. Eyes glinting in the darkness from my flashlight. But these eyes weren't
I don't
alive.
kind of creep that now.
They were glossy and vacant. They resided in the skull of a young boy. A young boy whose body was completely eviscerated. But that's not what terrified me. It was the creature feasting on his legs that caused my body to seize. I was unable to see what it looked like as it had its back to me, but it was hunched over, and its back looked reddish, like exposed muscle. Then, I heard the thud once again as the creature dropped the boy's leg onto the floor.
What the fuck? Oh shit! Bro. Bro, what the fuck, dude? Bro. So that shouldn't creep y'all like too?
Hearing this sound snapped me out of my trance, and I realized I needed to get the hell out of there and call the police. I ran back through the corridor as fast as I could, and just as I reached the base of the ladder, the hatch above me slammed shut. Panicked, I climbed up the ladder and attempted to force the hatch open.
You fuck, G.
Then I heard
Fuck, G.
noises coming from behind me.
G, you fuck, bro.
It sounded like shuffling. I was too terrified to aim my flashlight down the dark corridor to see what was making the sound. Instead, I frantically began punching the hatch. When my
You over with,
the
dog?
hatch flew open
Dog,
and
you
I
over
managed to
with?
scramble my way out. Just before I made it out, however, I could have sworn I heard something whisper.
What the fuck, bro? Nigga, what? Hold up, bro. Man, he say more. Man, what the fuck? Bro, why didn't it? Bro, alright, for one. What the fuck? Did y'all hear that shit? Bro, hey, who the fuck back? Oh, it's in my shadow. On G, like, I looked at the wall, right? Like, I'm going like that, like he just a shadow. Alright, I'm gonna get the video.
Immediately, I kicked the hatch shut, ran outside, and called the police. About a half an hour later, they showed up along with my manager, and I explained the whole ordeal to them. They were, of course, completely skeptical of everything I told them. I took them inside and showed them the hatch. But when the police investigated it, all they found was a small storage room with miscellaneous boxes and items strewn about it. The police told me I should get some more sleep before coming into work. My manager scolded me after the police left and even threatened me with a drug test.
Alright, but hold up, bro. Alright, this picture kinda getting a little creepy. But like, what if like a nigga came up to you and he would like tell you like some type of story like this, and like you think he insane, like bro being dead serious. Like think about that. Dang, what if that shit happened, bro? Cause like I might not believe that shit. What if he being for real, and then it'd be like a serial killer on the loose, bro? God damn, but that's crazy. It's crazy.
Started to actually believe my mind fabricated the whole event. Until yesterday, when I was browsing the internet and came across a news article. It was about a boy who had gone missing about a few weeks ago, the day after his 10th birthday. As I stared at the photo in the article,
Bro, why is this
felt
shit
my
getting
throat
fucking close?
tighten.
Like, bro, I'm finna
It
point.
was the same little boy I saw in that room being devoured. I have a pretty good idea where that kid had his birthday party at. I'm not sure if what I saw was real or not, or if I'm actually insane.
Alright, bro, this shit getting
But regardless, I don't think I'm going to keep this job much longer. So kids, be careful if you ever go to a Chuck E. Cheese's. And parents, always keep an eye on your children. You never know who or what could be watching them too.
Alright, bro. Man, bro, that shit, like, it ain't just like creep me the fuck like he did creep me out, but that shit, man, that shit was weird. Like, I'll catch y'all later. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll be posting some more content later on. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.